A little something for you. TGMD and Brian Hartman are in the house. Matt, what are you running here if you're the Vols? Obviously, who gets the 3 ball here? Gillespie?
I mean, obviously either Gillespie or Ament.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean,
I don't understand why
inbounding.
Why do you have Ament inbounding the ball? That's ignorant, man. How ignorant is that?
And that works out perfect for Kentucky because he'll be lucky to make the first.
He'll be lucky to hit the rim, Matt. This guy has been brutal tonight.
Christ.
You realize that he's fourth.
He's left about 15 points out there tonight.
He's 4 of 13 from the field.
Yeah, and
he's been
now
awful
2 of 6
tonight.
on free throws.
Awful tonight.
He's missed so many shots around the rim.
Unbelievable. He's 3 of 7 now. Did he make the second or no? He's 3 of 7 now from the line. So this is your watch along, ladies and gentlemen. So he gets both, and now we have tangled up bodies on the floor. And what do you know? Boswell got hit in the head. Boswell's going to be the first ever basketball guy with CTE, Matt, if he keeps doing what he's doing. This poor guy. It's like a crash test dummy out there.
Well, the crazy thing is he gets called for the foul 90% of the time he gets hit in the face.
He's the hammer and the nail. He got absolutely elbowed. Generally, 90% of the time, and I'm not bitching about officiating because ultimately, if we lose this game, it has nothing to do with officiating, but still, that's absurd. I'll let Don from Sheepwater call in with that later. Don, if you're listening back, no offense to you. All right, so White Lightning with the frosted tips, going to go to the foul line. Chandler looks like a reject from a 70s TV show with that frosted color hair.
Yeah, he won't even hit the rim on these 2 free throws.
Oh, no. He's burying them. And then we'll come down, Matt, and have a shot at a 3 ball here at the end of the game. Or maybe he'll miss one, Matt, and we'll hit a 3 ball and win the game. Have a little justice here. A little bang-bang. Or maybe he'll miss them both. Kentucky hasn't been good at the foul line tonight. They're 11 for 20 before this shot.
Christ almighty.
And he let him get the board! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me, right? And then this Diabate clown. He hadn't attempted a foul shot tonight, which is, I guess, good. What in the world? That wasn't even close. Okay, Diabate hadn't attempted a foul shot, and he only has 4 points in the game. So, wait a second. Wasn't Diabate the guy that got the board? What? Wait a second here. Why is Aberdeen? Huh? Oh, really?
Passed it out to Aberdeen.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So it was a double mistake there by the Vols, huh? We're gonna lose to this damn Bambi-looking clown twice in a row. See, for the preamble, we're gonna leave us in here. Leave us in the show. This is not the show yet, y'all. 73-71, 3.7 seconds left. Aberdeen, the refugee from Florida, second is good, and now it is 3.7 seconds left. Matt, do you get it over midcourt and let Rick Barnes call another awful, and I mean awful play? Or do you just fire from midcourt, end it? Oh, it almost went. But it didn't, and the Vols are a loser. And here we go. The theme is Vols blow another 14-point lead, Laura. Season sweep for the Cats. Regular season sweep. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I expected to win this game tonight. I think you saw in the first half why I expected to win. I think you saw throughout the basketball game why I expected to win. Kentucky's not very good. But twice in a row, we've let kind of a mid-Kentucky team beat us as we've surrendered 14-point leads and forgot how to play in the second half. That's a disgusting loss by the Vols. Now, I've been around here for close to 40 years now, and that is a disgusting, gross, grotesque, horrendous, awful. Rick Barnes has had a lot of great nights here, and he's adorned himself in glory a whole bunch. Tonight ain't the night. As it's Garza Law, Tennessee basketball overtime. That right there is a disgusting loss. A disgusting loss. And our number is 865-200-5402. If you want to get in the hunt and in the mix with us, we'd love to hear from you. That is gross. Our defense tonight was absolutely atrocious, and that was a choke job by the Vols. I mean, I hate to use that term, but you have got to execute better than that. And it's on everybody on that team. So many unforced errors tonight. You let an opponent beat you that literally in an SEC basketball game shot 13 of 22 from the foul line in their building, including missing a key 1-and-1 there at the end of the game, and we fail to get the rebound. And then we don't foul who needs fouling there at the end of the game, and the game's over. The Vols waste a glorious effort by Nate Ament tonight. Just a glorious effort from him. As for the rest of that team, Mac Dixon, your thoughts?
Well, you're just absolutely awful offensively in the second half. Couldn't make anything around the rim. Your bigs just couldn't finish. You couldn't make anything. That you allowed Ament and Gillespie to kind of get taken out of the game in the second half. Obviously, they were incredible in the first half, but you can't expect those two to go for 33 every half. And you didn't make a three in the second half. You couldn't do anything offensively. Just looked horrific. And you built up a pretty good lead, but it felt like, because Kentucky wasn't making shots either, it felt like you were outplaying them by a greater margin than what the lead was, which was nervous.
Yep.
And then once Kentucky got it and got it under 5, fairly early in the second half, you knew it was going to be a war. And Kentucky made plays down the stretch to win the game, and Tennessee just didn't. And that second half offensively,
unbelievable,
was just unreal how bad that was.
And poor Barnes called
even coming out of timeouts.
That's my point. Here's my point. Total team meltdown, including the head coach and his staff. That's what you come up with out of timeouts? That's what you guys come up with? Bambi over there came up with some good stuff out of timeouts. That's what we come up with out of timeouts? I mean, what are we doing? Why waste your gas money? I mean, the game's going to come down to the last couple of minutes. And that's a mid Kentucky team. It's what they are. Mid. And we've done it twice in a row, Brian Hartman. We've let these guys shoot 50% from the field on us and rip us apart in the second half of a basketball game, Bri. It's utterly disgusting.
If they're 10 for 30 in the second half, which is bad.
Yes.
They win comfortably.
Yes.
But they were 6 for 30.
6 for 30.
And they out-rebounded Kentucky by 15, 46-31, and they still lost. I'd better not say anything more because I'll get into big trouble.
No, give it to me because we're going to the phones. Give it to me, Bri. Give it to me.
If you can't say nothing nice.
Well, let's just shut the show down. Because I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not as
it
we
doesn't
go.
matter how many boards you get if they still score more second chance points than you did.
I just sit here and I go, I'm like Matt. Should have been a bigger lead in the first half. Okay, whatever. What in the hell was Estrella doing tonight, guys? I mean, what is he doing? What is he doing? What is that? And what has happened to our defense, Matt?
Why didn't somebody get knocked down on the defensive end for us?
Thank you.
Knock him down.
Knock
him down.
Bishop Boswell got the hell knocked out of him.
Punch that Chandler guy in the face.
You are so right, Bri. Well, you don't punch people in the face, Bri. Come on now.
He deserves.
But you knock him down. But you knock him down. Let's go to the phones. 865-200-5402. Again, 865-200-5402. I want to welcome the Kentucky fans here because Matt Jones' show won't start for like a half hour and he'll be on for like 20 minutes. So we actually get down and dirty with it here. We keep it real. And keeping it real with you if you're a Kentucky fan, hey, I'd be proud of your scrappy little team because that's what they are. They're scrappy and they're little, and they're not very good, and you know that just as well as we do. Between the two teams tonight in the second half, we about set. There were segments of that half, Matt, where both teams were trading empty trip after empty trip after empty trip, getting good looks at the basket. It didn't like the defense was all that good either way, Matt, tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was so many missed shots around the rim and in the paint. I mean, most of them are contested, but if you get the ball off,
it's unbelievable.
You got to be able to make some of those. And our bigs were just horrific.
Awful.
If Kentucky were any good, they'd have been much further ahead, much earlier.
To the phones we go. I mean, everybody, just like we talked about the game Tuesday, it was a total team win. It's a total team loss. Even Ament contributed to that loss tonight with a couple goofy turnovers. He ended up with 4 of them, and 2 of them were just kind of goofy and unforced. Just, what this team does in the second half of basketball games against this particular team for some reason. But let's go to the phones. We'll get as many people in here as humanly possible. Some midnight sadness out ahead of us. As Kentucky sweeps the regular season series against the Vols. The final 74-71, spoiling a Nate Ament 29-point effort. 3 Vols in double figures. Gillespie, Boswell. Boswell had 10. Let's go to our phones. Hi, you're on the air. Hello and welcome in. It's Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime, presented by Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm. You're on the air. Hi.
Hey, Tony. Jake from Memphis.
Hey, Jake. Welcome in.
Want to start the call by saying, Mark Pope does own UT. Pretty clear at this point.
Yeah.
And now I'd like to speak directly to all the Kentucky fans listening to this right now, especially the trolls that are hanging on to call in. I want you to listen very closely. Y'all haven't been relevant for a decade, all right? So y'all soak this win in. You haven't been relevant in basketball for a decade, okay? Since the last time y'all won a title in basketball and anything that mattered, we've won 3. We've won 2 regular season titles, 1 SEC tournament title. We've been to 3 Sweet 16s, 2 back-to-back Elite Eights. Y'all can sit down, enjoy this game, but y'all are irrelevant, okay? So enjoy it. Congrats. You've owned this for 2 straight years, although we won the most important one last year.
That's right.
You probably forgot that one quickly. I mean, that's a frustrating loss, but listen, we still own that big blue booty. See you, Tony.
Thank you, my man. Good talking to you. Yeah, I mean, if Kentucky fans are going to jump in and they're what are you doing? You guys blow. I mean, you didn't adorn yourself in glory. How many great looks did Kentucky get at the basket tonight, guys? How many layups did they miss? What are we doing defensively? Allowing them to get downhill on us all the time. All the time. Let's go to the phones. Hi, welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, guys, this is Patrick.
Hey, welcome in.
So, if Kentucky is mid, what is Tennessee?
Well, I mean, against you guys, I don't even know what to say.
No, not you guys. I'm a Tennessee fan.
I don't know. I don't know what we are.
I mean, it's a program that's been
I'm just
back-to-back
like
Elite Eights.
I mean, like they've beat us twice. We had a 17-point lead once and a 14-point lead tonight. So if they're mid, what are we?
Well, we beat them last year in the NCAA tournament when it mattered.
Well, no, we beat them when it mattered, but it does matter. But Tennessee does not value the ball.
No.
At all.
At all. Not even a little bit. And they don't defend. By the way, they don't defend. This team does. This team's defense is overrated. ...
I've seen better passing from freshman basketball teams. Why are you trying to bounce pass to a post with hands of stone? Boswell bounced past 3 balls into the interior that all 3 of them went straight out of bounds. What are we doing? But wait, but we were up 14 points at halftime. Here's my thing. Like, I mean, Tennessee couldn't throw it in the ocean in the second half from a boat, right? But I mean, 45 rebounds total to 27 rebounds, and we lose. But Barnes didn't help his team at all.
No, he didn't.
He did not. When Kentucky cut the lead to 6, he refused to call a timeout, waiting for a TV timeout. You've got to do something. Now, he's never going to change.
No.
I get it. But now, so we all know this.
To be fair, our plays out of timeouts were equally awful. As bad as what we were doing regularly.
Hey guys, when they ran
calling on the sidelines,
this thing of letting Ament in games where he's the only guy that's scoring inbound the basketball is about the most idiotic thing I've ever seen. Are we going to keep doing that, Matt? Is that going to keep happening with this team? Does anybody on the staff have guts to go up to the head coach and go, "Hey, coach, we got to quit doing that"? Like that was good. That was good back in December.
From it and let Boswell inbound the ball for almost the entire game. But they're on the sidelines.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
It makes no sense.
So I have two other points. So one is, this is crazy. Boswell is a good defender. This guy has been hammered in the face, above the shoulders multiple times.
Yes, and no
playing
calls.
Defense. He is the only guard I've seen this season get called for a halo violation when he's getting the
hammer and the nail. You're exactly right.
And we never, none of our guard, and I mean guard forwards that can dribble, that drive, the dribble drive. We have never gotten a halo violation. It is
ever.
Where does this come from? And Jimmy Dykes.
Oh my gosh!
NASCAR cut. Why this guy sits at home? He's got now the 45.
Oh, he's
the 45.
So mental that guy is the king of mental masturbation, man.
I'm like, dude. I know the Twitter.
If I see him in the park, if I see him walking in the park over the week, enjoying that nice warm, I'm going to be really, really, really tempted to kick him in his jimmies after tonight.
Do a NASCAR cut on him right in the kneecaps. So
thank you.
My last point. Yeah. So now here, I think this is because I think Ament is coming into his own. I think for whatever, I think something at the halftime break, I don't know, maybe a freshman, he backed off. Maybe he thought, hey, the game's over. I don't know. These guys, they're young, 18, 19-year-old players. Hey, the game's over. Well, these games are never over. But what I did notice and I think I saw it last week, the last game as well. Remember when DK would go on his runs, and you saw a lot of ball watching, and everyone on the offense was waiting for DK to do something.
Yes.
I think we are here now, where the offense in the second half was waiting for a Mint to go off.
Well, I mean, you might be right, and I appreciate the call. I'll let you talk because you're making sense. But here's the thing about Boswell. That is got to be, when you throw an elbow to a guy's face and you connect on his nose, Matt, was it the whole concept, the whole thought that we're going to protect these guys in light of the CTE stuff? Because we literally have an off guard that's going to end up in concussion protocol if they don't end this soon. That's what's going to happen with this kid. And I'm not kidding.
He gets called for the foul when he gets hit in the face like 90% of the time.
He's the nail.
On him, and
he's the nail.
I don't know how, because I don't know if he was leaning in. Like, I mean, Elway created the contact with him. I don't know how that's on Boswell at all.
Did you really think they were going to overturn that in Rupp?
Well, no.
I mean, no way. Not a chance.
Because you have to make it a flagrant if you overturn it, and that's right. Not a flagrant. It's just a charge, if anything, but no.
But if you're going to have that in the game, then have it. Then this thing with the halo, and they got to, they're calling it by the rules, and Jimmy Dykes and his imaginary mind, and Jimmy, we know you were on Kentucky staff. We know where your loyalties lie, brah. Come on now. Let's keep it real over here. Keep it real. Let's keep it real. We'll come back on the other side.
One thing that's really disgusting is Kentucky had 5 minutes of lead time in 2 basketball games in 80 minutes, and they won both games.
Bry.
We're
not the only team they've done that to.
They're totally mid, guys. I mean, now they continue to fight hard. I give them that. And they're going to rewrite the record books on comeback wins, but there's a reason for that, because they play a half of basketball, and their fans know better. But I don't blame them. I would be celebrating this one because they make us, for whatever reason, they put us in the fetal position tonight in the second half. And that last caller is right, because there was a lot of standing around, and Nate, you need to do something here. And I give Pope and his staff a lot of credit. They were doubling in the second half, and they were taking away his oxygen, and they sucked the oxygen away from him tonight. But that was an unbelievably sad, frustrating game that when it isn't like Kentucky shot lights out. Kentucky missed a million layups just like we did. It's an eminently winnable basketball game that Tennessee just gagged away for the second time to these guys. As we continue with more, it's Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime, presented by Marcos Garza and your Garza Law Firm, as we continue on the other side after this. We'll get you back to this episode of Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime, presented by Marcos Garza and your Garza Law Firm, online at garzalaw.com. Don't you dare trust one of these carpetbagger, fly-by-night attorney groups that's come in here from Florida, Alabama, etc. You're going to trust the Garza Law Firm, folks that live, work, worship, grocery shop with you, are a part of your community, are a part of us, are of the earth. Trustworthy, honest, legal representation, treating clients like family, available 24/7 at garzalaw.com. Don't you dare trust one of those carpetbaggers. Shout out to our friends at T3 Vodka. Score you a T33 every time with Tennessee's premium vodka. Make it a 2026 resolution, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka, taking the volunteer state by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. 5-time gold medal winning vodka, 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner, and no doubt in the running in 2026 once again. Score a T33 and ask for T3 by name at your restaurants, your wine and liquor stores. Drink it neat, drink it right. T3 Vodka, hit T33 every single time. Distributed by Athens Distributing, and please drink responsibly. Shout out to Waterside Contracting. Got a dream about building? Waterside Contracting's been making dreams come true for over a quarter century. And counting, hundreds in our area. Custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting. If you want to build on your lot, they'll do incredible work for you. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contracting. Check out the website, watersidecontractingllc.com, or see the link over at tclub.team. Quality without compromise, Waterside Contracting. When it's time for a fresh coat, you're going to run. Don't walk to Walker's Painting. You going to run. But you're not going to hide because they've been making it beautiful since 1999. That's going on 27 years of serving the living volunteers. Free estimates available. Mention you heard about it here on Garza Law Tennessee Basketball Overtime, and it's 10% off your first job. So let's go. Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting. See the ad in the blog over at tclub.team. And on the way out, I want to remind you, when it's time to play, it's time for VIP play. Why? Because everybody gets treated like a VIP over at VIP play. Claim your VIP play welcome bonus. You bet for $20, you get $100 in bonus bets instantly. The promo code and the phrase that pays is T and Tony. They're live always, 200-plus leagues. All the college hoops you can stand, NBA, NHL, you name it, they've got it. VIP play, live always with 200-plus leagues, numerous bet types, props, options. And if you have a bet in mind and it's compliant within the state of Tennessee, the VIP players, well, they'll make it for you. That's why everybody gets treated like a VIP at VIP play. Gambling problem, 800-889-9789, 21 and over, located in the state of Tennessee to place a bet, VIP play. Speaking of VIPs, we got some folks that want to talk. We'll get back to them. It is your Garza Law Tennessee Basketball Overtime as we come back, and we, ladies and gentlemen, bring it back, and let's hear what's on the phone. That's enough out of you. 865-200-5402. We're presented by the great Marcos Garza, your Garza Law firm, online at garzalaw.com. I will honor Super Chats tonight. We've had some Kentucky Super Chats. I'm going to choose to read this one from Mr. Whisper. A $5 Super Chat over on YouTube where he says the following: we might be mid, but mid is still better than you all. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that. That was a really, really, really brutal loss. Really brutal loss. But let's go to the phones. 865-200-5402. It's getting contentious. It's getting contentious over in the YouTube chat where, let's see here. Zach Maney doesn't like the fact that we have advertising on here. Well, that's interesting, Zach. God forbid I make a living. Sorry, it doesn't meet your specifications. Let's go to the phones. Hi and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey guys, Dave.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't care who the next coach is, Tony. I could care less if it's a bum off the street or some high school coach or you or me, because me, you, and all of them have as much chance of making a Final Four as this bum does. And that's the truth.
That's your comment after tonight's game? We're going to talk about the
That's
Final
my comment.
Four?
I'm so ready for this guy to be gone and out of here. I'm just over him. I'm over him. He sits there and just watches his team just collapse. And all I heard about in the offseason was how great inside players we had. Let me tell you something. They ain't got one guy on the inside that can line up. They ain't got one guy you can go to for a bucket. They got 5 or 6 guys. Not one of them you can throw down the post and get a bucket. I'd get rid of all of them and just give me a barely 6'7" Grant Williams that's got some game down low.
He was a 3-time All-American. Now, come on now. Grant Williams.
Okay, well, give me, let's see. Give me I'll tell you what. Get rid of all them. Give me John Fulkerson. Fulkerson's better than anybody we have down low. It's not even close.
Matt, how about tonight?
I mean,
Seriously, Matt.
Fulke went for like 30.
He did?
Went up for over 30, Rob.
Fulke styled and profiled, no question.
No,
Fulke.
our bigs were absolutely awful tonight.
Atrocious.
Okpara wasn't any good at all, and he doesn't score any anyway. But your guy, I mean, they missed so many shots around there. It was a season low for Tennessee and made 2-pointers, and it was a season high in 2-point back buckets allowed, and that was the difference in the game.
Our bigs, they can't make. I think they were 6 of 21 around the rim.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yes.
And I don't even want to read what they were at the free throw line.
How about Estrella tonight? Estrella was 4 for 13, and then he went to the foul line and missed 2 in a row in a sequence, and turned the ball over immediately after that. It would have been impossible for that guy to have a worse night than he had and still score in double figures. Somehow he still scored 11 points. 4 for 13. I guarantee you 4 of those misses were point-blank looks. It was unbelievable how bad he was tonight.
And that Jalen Carey, he's so awful. If they bring back that bum.
Come on, Dave. Now, he functions well against certain teams, and against certain teams he doesn't.
Oh, Tony.
He didn't function well against these guys tonight.
He functions well against Rupp's runs.
Yeah, you got to have a smaller team in front of him. You're right.
But you can't play defense against teams that space the floor.
No, he can't, because they move him around and they go right around him. That's exactly right, Matt. That's what happened to him tonight.
Of ours, he had 1 point in the second half.
Who did?
Gillespie had 1 point.
Yeah, he wasn't much in this. Yeah, he was.
And I tell you what, when Barnes made that statement that he's not so sure if some of these guys are on the take, let me tell you something. It wouldn't shock me a bit. Nothing would shock me anymore today.
Dave, thank you. Your Dave's comments presented by our friends at VIP Play. I mean, what are we doing, Dave? Barnes a bum. Teams on the take. I mean, my groan. Let's go back to the
He used to talk about how much he loved watching Nate Oates in Alabama offensively, but he can't anymore because Barnes has won 5 straight versus him.
Well, that's an inconvenient truth there. Let's go back to the
some Barnes quotes.
Hit it, Brian. Give me your Barnes quote.
From Ben McKee. He said that if he was asked if this loss feels different than the first one in Kentucky, and he said, I can take this one. The loss in Knoxville took me 2 days to get over, and normally I get over those pretty quick. We just gift-wrapped the first one. They gift-wrapped this one, too. And then on the critical offensive rebound late, he says, that was my fault. I should have had Dwayne Brown in there.
Back to the phones we go. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air. Okay. That person's gone. Hi, welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony. This is Barry MC in West Hills.
Good talk to you.
All righty. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All righty. Well, I do want to touch on that last point of why in God's name Amari Evans was down there on the block. That didn't obviously lose us the game, but what the heck was he doing on the block whenever we need a rebound more than anything, and he's letting somebody go right by him? Like if I was there on the free throw line. That's just absolutely outrageous. Number 2, the guy that's talking about if we're not mid, what are we? Let me make this abundantly clear. Both these teams are god-awful. They are god-awful. They may make it to the second weekend in the NCAA tournament, but that is it. That is so it. They're terrible. We're terrible. There is no chance that either of these teams are going anywhere. It was like 2 clowns fighting for an 8-minute stretch in the second half, from the 15 minutes to the 10-minute mark, there was clowns on the court. It was me and you and my two buddies that I play poker with every weekend out there on the court. It was god-awful. Nate Ament can't catch a pass. We're paying him $3 million. $3 million. And I may be exaggerating.
It's four. No, it's $4 million.
$3 million.
$4 million.
Exactly.
$4 million.
I'm underselling it. And this guy, he can't catch a ball because a Mormon that's been on, his mission 2 years is riding him. He's riding his ass, and so he can't catch the ball. What the hell is that? And we're paying him $4 million.
He scored 29
what
points.
in God's green earth are we doing? And that's who we're counting on to close the game. And we're talking about, we're looking at him to be Dalton Connect. He's not. He is not the closer.
He had 29
He will
points. He
never
was
win a
pretty
game.
damn good tonight. Now, come on.
He was good. No,
he was
is
great.
good.
He was pretty great tonight.
For $4 million, Tony, $4 million, you have to close out and win that game. We didn't pay Dalton Connect $4 million, but he would have closed out that game, guaranteed.
Wow.
I mean, what can you say there? I mean, it's just
I say nothing. I've got nothing to add to this. I'm speechless tonight. They've done it twice in a row. They've lost to a mid-basketball team. And our head coach said he can live with this one. Our head coach just said he can live. I'm glad he can live with it. Because I sure can't.
Christ, what are we
I sure
doing?
can't. I sure can't. I'm glad he can live with it.
Right now.
I'm glad he can live with it. What kind of a comment is that from him?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Whenever I saw Nate Ament come out there and his wrist was taped up with the black wrist tape, done. We were done because everybody else on the floor was scared to take a shot except for Gillespie, who would shoot a 40-foot three just like I would, but nobody else. Nobody else is going to attack the basket, and God help us if JP Estrella gets anything close to a touch-in because that shit's not going in. My God, man.
Thank you. That was rough, and I appreciate you. I like the overreaction tonight. This is good. This is what we're here for. This is therapy. And for the Kentucky fan, you got to understand something. Y'all suck. I mean, y'all went down there and got trashed in the Music City, and few thousand of you went down there because you got back on the wagon. You believed, You don't believe in your team. I don't know what I believe about my team. Matt, that's the thing about the Vols. I don't know when I watch them in games like this. I don't know what I believe about my team. Maybe we're just a terrible matchup with them, and they're just, they have a way of spreading us out defensively and getting downhill on us and making us do stupid things on offense.
They led for 5 minutes, 2 games.
It's
unbelievable. I don't think it's a bad matchup for us.
I mean Tennessee's got 2 players that can score, and that's it.
That's it.
And you just don't have. You've got to have those secondary options when Ament is being taken away. That somebody else has to have space to make plays or make shots, and we just don't have that guy. So they can double team him, they can clutch and grab and deny him the ball, which is what they did the whole second half.
Yeah,
and if Gillespie drives into the lane and has to take contested shots, you'll live with that because nobody else can beat you on our team. That's it. And expect that they have to combine for 50 points for this team to beat good teams.
Gillespie,
you just can't do that consistently.
The Vols shot 30 shots in the second half. Gillespie and Ament had 12 of them. It's not enough. Not enough. Dwayne Brown had 5 shots, missed 4 of them. And J.P. Estrella, God bless America, as we say in the trade, that cat shot 7 shots in the second half, and he accidentally made 1 of them. That poor fella. Whew. That guy looked like me in my driveway tonight, man. I haven't touched the ball in like 20 years, and I sucked when I played. 20 years, I say. What are we doing? Hi, welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, guys, it's Jack.
Hey, Wartburg, what's up, man?
That was a hard watch. After watching that Duke, North Carolina game, this game was a very hard watch.
Oh, Carolina with the Stones 3 ball to put it right in the face of Duke.
there's so much that I want to say about this game, this team, but I want to direct this to Matt Jones, and I know he's listening.
Oh, he's listening.
He's out there in San Francisco having him a nice little time, but he cannot even carry the water down to the Raymer studio for you. And if he wants to be cute and post your show on here so they can get on and listen to all these calls, I'll promise you, when I see him the next time, I'll absolutely stomp his damn guts out.
Oh, where now? It is stunning to me that their post-game shows as bad as it is.
It's awful.
For what that fan base is.
Oh, they deserve so much
That's
better.
the most boring and dull.
He's bad. He's not a very good radio guy.
It is awful. Like, it's not even enjoyable to listen to after they get beat by teams.
He's not a very good radio guy. He's not very talented. I
don't
think.
You can tell he doesn't enjoy doing it at all.
Well, he's better than those people.
He has no passion for it.
No, he's better. You ever hear how arrogant that guy is? When I was on a show, he says, "You do like 3 hours." I'm like, "Yeah, Matt. I got balls, man. I roll my sleeves up. I go to work, brah. I'm the son of a mushroom farmer, brah. I grew up getting dirty, Matt, brah. I didn't go to Duke, brah. You know what I mean, brah?" And now I got these mouth breathers call me on one of my phones. There's another one. I mean, what are we doing? Go away, breather! 865-200-5402. This poor team has now blown double-digit leads at the half to Kansas and Kentucky twice. It's just kind of who they are, you know? And look, for all the Boswell lovers out there, he's a nice story, okay? But when he's your two-guard and he's playing a preponderance of the minutes, you're not going to win games like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. And Kentucky, I don't blame you for celebrating, because truly this is probably going to be the high point of your season, sweeping us. No, not probably. This will be the high point of your season, because your schedule's about to toughen up. You know that as well as I do, and you're going to lose a bunch of games and finish in the middle of the league somewhere, which is where your roster kind of belongs, that you're putting on the floor right now with the injuries and sort of what's happened here. But you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I don't even know where to go. I don't even know where to go with this whole this group tonight. We got Bishop Boswell, Matt, playing 32 minutes in the Kentucky game at Kentucky. No offense.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're 25 games into the year. This is who this team is. He's your starting two guard, and that's tells you all you need to know about him. I mean, he should be at best your defensive guy that comes in off the bench and plays
10 minutes
12
tonight.
to 15 minutes a night.
That's exactly
plays
right.
Aggressive and hustles.
That's right.
And you don't have to worry about foul trouble. But he's not. It's a flawed team that's kind of a fringe top 25 team that has some pretty big strengths, inside on most nights. But they have some just obvious glaring weaknesses that get exposed.
Back to the phones we go. Yeah, no question. Hi, you're on the air. Welcome in.
Hey, guys. I just want to back everybody off the ledge. Is this the team that won 4 games in a row that we were all celebrating last week, saying we can't wait to get to the tournament, and now here the wheels have fell off? It's a long season.
Yep.
Okay. I got another thing to add to this. This team is not set up to beat a Florida. We know that Florida's dominating everybody. besides them, the rest of the league is kind of up in the air. I've got another question about how is it that every year when Kentucky comes to Knoxville, it's a 12 o'clock game, and we go there, it's an 8 o'clock game. How does this happen year after year after year?
Year after year, man. I have no idea. And
who
this
benefited from the night? ESPN had the biggest night they could have asked for.
That's why they did.
North Carolina had one foul in the second half, and that game stayed close to the last shot.
Yep.
Tennessee was ahead 14 points. The same rim that Kentucky couldn't hit nothing on in the first half, we go to couldn't throw an ocean in the second half. ESPN's happy. They control the sports.
Sure they do. Sure they do. And we're all sheep, you know? We're all living in their world, man.
We're not in their clique.
I like the 8:45 tip-offs now. They, at least over at Fox, who controls the Big Ten's inventory, they're honest and give you a 2.5-hour window to play a college basketball game that now takes at least 2.5 hours to play.
Yeah. They got their
dishonest.
scheduling better.
Oh, it's completely disingenuous. ESPN's entire product and presentation is completely disingenuous.
Did you notice Jimmy Dykes was telling in the first half about how great Kentucky was in the second half? They've seen this. It's like we see this movie all over again.
Oh yeah.
And then at halftime, we knew this game was going to be a one-possession game, and I'm like, come on, dude. They're the happiest people in the world. How many people would have tuned out if Tennessee would have come out in the second half on fire like they was in the first? It's like they forgot how to play basketball from a 20-minute locker room stop.
Explain that
to
me.
I know they made some changes, but
explain that to me. What are we doing?
I really believe that we've got. I mean, it's proven they won 4 games in a row. And overwhelmingly played great ball for 4 games. Sometimes you just have that monkey on your back. We had it in Florida in football for years, if you remember. Hopefully it gets better. I'm not ready to give up on this team yet.
Oh, no, it's a tournament sport. I know one thing. One of these teams will go further than the other one in the tournament, and that team in blue jeans tonight, they're not going to be there. We got beat by a team in blue jeans tonight, celebrating their denim look when they were running around in Daisy Dukes. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, what are we doing? And Barnes said afterwards, well, I don't really, it's not, I can live with this one. Really? You can live with that? I'm glad you can live with it. Because it pisses me off, man. I'm glad you can live with it. That's a stupid loss tonight against a stupid Kentucky team by our team that in the moment, twice in a row against these guys, plays stupid basketball. Just stupid. We'll get you back on this episode of Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime momentarily. Shout out to our friends at Garza Law. They're online at garzalaw.com. They are attorneys that care. Let us help. And they are live. They are local. They live among us. Don't you dare trust one of these out-of-towners, these carpetbaggers, these people that have bombed the area on our local airwaves. Garza Law, online at garzalaw.com. Whether it's DUI defense, criminal defense, personal injury, Social Security disability, or other aspects of the law, Garza Law has got you covered. They are a fabric and a fabric in this community. What is a fabric? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. My friends at Calhoun's are a part of the fabric of this community as well. They've been sponsoring us for over a quarter century. They have been celebrating at the Copper Cellar family of restaurants 50 years of serving the living volunteers. That's right, 50 years. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Calhoun's. The taste of Tennessee. Before or after the basketball game for the Vols and the Lady Vols. Also remember, great party platters when you're hosting. And remember, they also do takeout as well. They are the taste of Tennessee. You will taste the freshness. Calhoun's, the taste of Tennessee. My friends at Connexio present Knoxville's Drive of the Game here on Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime. The My 20 Drive of the Game. The transportation platform revolutionizing the trucking industry nationwide, right here out of beautiful Knoxville, downtown Knoxville. You take control of your fleet in 2026. You improve your safety scores. You make drivers happy. You maximize your profitability. You make it a winning year in 2026 with KONEXIAL. That's KONEXIAL.com. Put a /Tony on there. We get credit for it. Drive life with Conexial and go Vols go. And you talk about live and local. Josh Collins is a pillar in our local community. What a beautiful guy he is. Look, you can get insurance anywhere, but will you get the Collins insurance difference? Our entire studio in the Raymere studio is insured by Josh Collins and the Collins Insurance Agency. We count on him. We trust him. We've had a few lightning strikes here. They've always been quick to pay. You never know what's going to happen. You and I both know that. See the difference. Experience the difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Also, want to shout out my friends at Alumni Hall. Ladies and germs, basketball season. The Vols and Lady Vols, they've got you covered. Also, when you're getting excited about Tennessee and the upcoming baseball season, they've got you covered. Doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter the season, whatever the reason. Alumni Hall, the ultimate volunteer shopping experience. 3 locations in Knoxville. Also Bristol, Johnson City, Murfreesboro, and anytime around this great world of ours at alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall. Now let's get back to the action on Garza Law, Tennessee basketball overtime. You know, the thing that's really weird about our basketball team is we go back to the phones at 865-200-5402. And this call here is from Somerset, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, do these people, are they passing my number around somewhere? Is that what's going on here? And am I going to have like
it sounds like your number got posted on Rep Rafters after the game tonight.
Am I going to have to like turn my phone off tonight? Because that's at least the 50th time it's rung. I mean, I'm sorry. And a Kentucky fan just came in here and paid money to dunk on us. And he said, the super chat, he said, fear the denim, KSR time, good night, Vols, see you in Nashville with the broom. And I got to tell you, I mean, that's well played. Should I talk to this breather from Somerset on my phone, Matt? Or would that be opening up a new can of worms? What do you guys think I ought to do?
Your show, Tone. You could have fun with it.
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing about this. This Kentucky team's so bad.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I just need to tell you that your coach is a cuck, and you'll never.
You're out of here. What are you, Dave now? You can't call him that on my personal cell phone. You clown. He calls our coach a cock, Matt, on my cell phone. You can't say that on my cell phone, man. I'm not sure you could say it on the show. I'm so mad right now at what I just witnessed. Here's a question for you, okay? What is Carey... This is perplexing. Why do they keep going with 2 big guys late in games when they have a lead? They got away with it against Georgia, but in these games, all these games where they're losing these leads, it continues to burn them. You know what I mean? Okay, here's one from Huntsville, Alabama. All right, here we go. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, just FYI, 0 Final Fours, y'all fucking suck.
I mean, what are we doing, Matt? Let's go back to the phone.
That's the part about this. Kentucky's not any good.
They're not any good. And
their knowledgeable fans know that.
And their
knowledgeable fans don't talk trash after wins like this.
Yes.
So you get the real draggers that are the only ones interacting because,
these guys can't put a sentence together. I'm sure a couple of those guys have taken Bishop Boswell like shots in parking lots in various arenas around the country. If that's the best you got. But let's go back to the phones. Yeah, they're calling my cell phone. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Dang, Tom, your phone is going off, ain't it?
Yeah,
Joshy
it's
boy.
going off, Joshy boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
If only Estrella could have picked up a couple like I just did.
Yeah. So what's our problem, Tony? Like, second half, why couldn't we convert down low at the rim? Why was Tennessee so soft at the rim in the second half?
Well, they were soft They were soft defending at the rim. They were soft all the way around at the rim, Joshy boy. Here's another one from Lexington. Joshy boy, you want to get this genius
boy.
or no? You want to get it or no?
No, I don't.
Matt, you want to get it or no?
No, I can't hear them on your cell phone when we're live. So
forget about it.
Unfortunately, let him go.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think Tennessee's problem was in the second half, guys? Do you think it was the free throw shooting or not converting?
No, you got to make shots. It's very simple. They were running sets, they were getting good looks, and they were missing shots. And then
But Tennessee's problem was second half is you let them take three pointers.
Yes.
That's fine. You just can't let them drive to the rim like they did up here last month.
No doubt about it.
Amen. He has to take over in games when it's nut cutting time. How come this guy cannot come through in the clutch, guys?
Joshy boy, he did
he made
everything
that tough
tonight.
and one tonight.
Yeah, where he got downhill. Where Jimmy Dykes called it a short clock.
A lot of contested long twos. He's not going to make them all, but he made enough.
Hey Matt,
the problem was Kentucky just denied him. They weren't going to let him beat them 2 halves in a row, and we have nothing to counter that.
Nothing. Oweh took him away in the second half.
I have a big problem with him playing Jalen Carey too much in the second half.
No question. You're exactly right.
Yeah. And that really pisses me off that Barnes said that, Tony. Did he really say that about
Brian, read the
this
quote.
loss
Read the
not
quote
bothering
again.
him?
Read the quote again, Brian. Yeah, he said it. Brian,
Let me go get it.
That up. By the way, Nate, on relevancy, Matt, he's talking to you, Kentucky fan. He says, Does Drake and George Washington have more Final Fours than UT? Hey, Nate, that is a compound subject, son. It's do Drake. I know that Matt Jones isn't going to teach you things like this. It's on relevance. And do Drake and George Washington have more Final Fours than UT? That's how you want to phrase that, buddy.
Guys,
the Kentucky trash talk has more grammar mistakes than both teams had missed free throws tonight.
But he did
have
I will say this, though. He did get off a good line. Syntax aside, he said, hopefully this $10 gets y'all a 7th year of Zakai Ziegler. That's a pretty good line.
Guys,
I got to say, that's a pretty good line.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
that is
Josh.
a good line. Out the door, all I want to say is this. The season is not over.
No.
Dave, I know you probably think the season is over, but this team can still maybe make the Sweet 16. That is the ceiling. And maybe Kentucky can lose to another mid-major team in the tournament. I hope that happens. I hate those bastards. See ya.
Thank you. 865-200-5402. Go
Long
ahead, Brian.
season coming from the guy that gave up on him a month ago.
Rick Barnes was asked if this loss feels different than the first one. He goes, I can't take this one. He said, I can take this one. The loss in Knoxville, it took me 2 days to get over, and I get over those pretty quick. We just gift wrapped the first one. Well, you gift wrapped this one too, Rick.
It's a total like just gag job.
I can take this one is how he put it.
And I like how he has his 2 big guys on the floor defending until it's time to put your 2 big guys, another big guy on the floor. And they've got the freshman out there, Matt, getting outfought for a rebound. And then when he gets the board, a stiff from Kentucky, they don't foul him right away. The ball goes back to Aberdeen. I mean, you want to talk about some losing basketball? Diabate outfights you for the ball. Okay, fine. The guy had four points tonight on 2 putbacks and then been to the foul line all night. You want to foul him there. You want to foul him there. What are we? Hello and welcome in. You're on our Garza Law Tennessee Basketball Overtime, a most forgetful evening. Hi, welcome in.
Oh, Tony B, this is Judd.
Refalytics Judd.
Don't know what I could add. It sounds like everything has been said that's going to be said.
No, not when you're on the M, the I, the C. Everything hadn't been said that can be said. It's a John Lennon line, by the way.
I mean, it's been brought up about poor old Estrella, but at least Estrella had some sort of stats tonight. I've not seen the box score, but poor old Jalen Carey, that might be poor old Naked Dave talking about somebody on the take. If somebody was on the take, I swear Carey was horrendous tonight.
Okay.
He was horrendous. I know he logged a bunch of minutes. I'm going to guess he at least had 20 minutes in the game, and he probably shouldn't have had 5.
I'm going to give it to you.
Horrendous.
Let's read his line, okay?
He had 20 minutes.
He was basically invisible.
Okay, listen, guys. He had
2 rebounds.
Bry. God, let it breathe, man. He had a point. He did not attempt a field goal. He got to the foul line twice and made one. Juddy, he got 1 offensive rebound and 1 defensive rebound, playing 20 minutes on a team, Judd, that out-rebounded its opponent by 15 rebounds. I mean, he accidentally got an assist. A ball must have bounced off his ass. He picked up 1 personal foul in 20 minutes. What did he do tonight? I mean,
that's what I'm telling you, man. It's the worst performance I've seen out of a ball that got that many minutes in years. It was horrendous how bad he was.
Total wallpaper. Wallpaper.
And then I watched. I've watched all their conference games, but I've watched most of Kentucky this year.
Yep.
Just because I'm a complete degenerate.
I like watching them.
But here's a perplexing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ortega gets a whistle like Michael Jordan. That guy gets a whistle like nobody I've ever seen before. He's a really, really good player. I'm not taking away from the fact I wish he was on our team. But man alive, does that guy. He tackles, he hugs, he clutches. I mean, he gets away, and it's not, when you're looking at things, mostly people focus on like how many fouls were called. The bigger issue is how many fouls were not called. That guy fouls the absolute daylights out of everybody, and for some reason, he's a really, really good player. But he's not Michael Jordan. He should not be getting away with what he gets away with. It's perplexing. He's like the opposite of poor old Bishop Boswell. That poor kid.
Oh man,
kid can just walk onto the court and they're calling him for something.
He's a human pincushion too, man. He's been hitting the chops. Bishop, I'm telling you, Bishop Boswell's going to be the first 2 guard to ever end up in concussion protocol from hits on the floor. Kentucky Kentucky tonight, guys. They abused Carey down low too. They moved him around in space because he can't move his feet, and he's kind of smallish. And man, they just abused him tonight. Abused him. I'll say you this about Owe. You're right with the clutching and the grabbing. He's a hell of a player, though. He really is.
He is.
He's damn good.
I wish we had him.
Oh, he's damn good. We probably have him inbound on the ball at the end of games.
But I think I also think tonight is just I think Rick Barnes is an absolute Hall of Fame program builder. He's so much better at Pearl at building a program and culture. It's not even funny. But as far as in-game coaching, I think you see why he struggles to get to a Final Four. His teams are terrible out of timeouts, both offensively and defensively. They're terrible, which on the football side, we pick on guys like Tim Banks because we know what their role is and we know what their job is, and very few people know what his assistants do. Barnes has a couple of complete dead weights on his assistant staff that he really needs to overhaul bad. They absolutely provide zilch, nothing, zero on this team, and he can improve that big time. But on the way up, for the Kentucky fans, that are listening in as a leave. That's fine. You beat Tennessee twice this year. You know, kudos to you. But neither team's going to be a Sweet 16 team. That's fine. But as I was watching TV tonight, as I have in the past, and the cameras flash to the stands and we see some of their co-eds, at least as a Tennessee fan, our girls are prettier than our horses. That's all I got to say about that. So
thank you, Johnny. My gosh. By the way, Matt, you know how you lose that game tonight? Gillespie gets you 1 point in the second half. Talk about wallpapering it. I thought he was quiet. I didn't know he was that quiet. That's some wallpaper quiet right there. 1 point in the second half of that game. He was 0 of 6 from the field. He took 3 balls, missed them. Got to the line twice and only made one of them, which at the end of the game, if you look at how the game went, played 18 of the 20 minutes and only recorded 1 steal, didn't record an assist, guys. Which, again, the assist, though, somebody has to score on the other end, Bri, right, for you to get an assist? Isn't that how assists work?
Yeah, and Ament was on pace to get close to 40 at halftime and didn't even end up with 30.
No, but at least he had double figures in the second half.
He had 10, I think. But, you know, I was hoping he'd go for 35.
Deny Ament the ball, guard Gillespie, and if you do that,
make your two-guard
make
beat you.
somebody else beat you, and we can't do that. We have nobody that can do that.
That's right. I'm not
Especially
sure
when we're not making those shots around the rim with our bigs.
Yeah.
And that's who this team is. It's a two-man team.
Yep. It's a two-man team built to basically crash and burn when you get against a pretty good to decent team in a spot where they make you uncomfortable on defense, or on offense, rather. And Kentucky has the ability to, and here's the thing about Pope, because I know Kentucky doesn't like him, and I'm not sure if he's going to win there. I know Kentucky fans want to aspire to something more, but I will say this. The guy has taken what he has a team this year, and they've kind of made the best with it. They're not very good, but they're at least putting the ball in the right hands of people. Defensively, the adjustment they made on Ament to start roughing him up and double teaming him got to him because he started the ball hold. And we started to watch, and we got bogged down in our half-court offense as all that was occurring. And our head coach did not affect that tonight. He basically sat there and watched it happen in the moment to Refalytic Judge's criticism. And look, I love Rick Barnes. I think we've been blessed to have him. But let's go back to the phones. 865-200-5402. Hi, welcome in. As the Vols lose 74-71 tonight. I mean, that game pisses me off. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Tony, it's Jeff in Rocky Hill.
Hey, Jeff, good to talk to you.
Nice talking to you. Right into my point about Gillespie and either him or Ament being a top 2 scorers and not having a third guy to go to. I kind of want to just remind both you and Matt something Dave said way earlier in the year. In fact, even before season started, that not going after a 2-guard that can put it in a bucket is going to hurt us. And it showed tonight.
But they went after several 2-guards. They had Rodney Rice committed, basically, after he came. But then USC offered him $3 million. I mean, then they had.
They could have got McNeely.
Well, they had him, but they didn't offer his. That's the one kid that wants to go to school. He wanted to pursue a graduate degree, and Louisville offered it, and Tennessee didn't. So they couldn't get him. That's what happened. And I'm not covering for him, by the way. If that's not what happened and they didn't have a plan, I would tell you that is what happened in both cases. USC bought Rodney Rice out from under Tennessee. That's what happened. You're not going to get them all.
I mean,
you settled for Mari Abrams, and he's basically been unplayable.
Yeah, Mari Abrams, he's unplayable.
And Boswell's been playing his tail off this year. I mean, but he's just not a guy that can, give you 15 a night.
No.
He's just not that guy.
He's diminishing returns is what he is. I mean, he's fine for who he is and what he is. He'd be a nice, like, 12-minute-a-night guy to play some defense for you.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know? But him playing 32 minutes is diminishing returns. There's no way he's going to be able to cover that amount of time against high-level competition.
So, Tony or Matt, at the end of that game, what are we doing inbounding the ball into Estrella and having him? I mean, what I don't understand that right there. The guy, I don't understand that play from Barnes. That just boggles my mind. You inbound the ball into Estrella, and you have him in the one guy. I just don't get that play at all. Can you explain it? Anybody explain it to me?
No, it looked like they had Gillespie in the corner, but he was covered. If I had to guess, it was going to be a pass to Estrella and then just a give and go back to Ament.
But he held
and he
on
would
to the
have the
ball
ball
way
there at
too
the top
long.
of the key.
And where Ament threw the ball, if you go back and look at it, because I rewound it, Ament actually threw the ball in a spot there where it was a borderline 50-50 pass. He's not a confident inbounder of the ball at all.
No.
And why they continue
and they constantly
to do
put
this,
him there.
yeah, it's almost like having a guy with the yips and taking him out and hitting fungos at him till he's black and blue. I'm like, dude, this guy's got an issue inbounding the ball. Quit making him inbound the freaking basketball. Please stop. And by the way, at the end of games, we need him on the floor. And Estrella in that spot, he made 2 foul shots. Okay, but going into that, he's the last guy you want having a touch there with the game he's having.
Oh, if you're Kentucky, you foul the hell out of him.
You
put him on the line.
His hands were rocked all
that
night.
worked out perfect for them.
I feel sorry for that kid because, literally he did look like me in my driveway, and I haven't picked a ball up in 20 years. Unbelievable, guys.
Anyway,
Painful.
thanks, Tony. Great show, as always.
Well,
have a good night.
I'm not sure how good it is, but
it's not good after all the hype he got 2 or 3 years ago.
Nate Ament gave you 10 in the second half. The Vols had 24 points out of the break, Bri. How did they manage 24 points, Brian, in the second half?
All they had to do was be mediocre in the second half, and it's a comfortable win.
That's it.
But they were awful. They were worse than awful.
And they're torturing the poor Ament kid, making him throw the ball in. He's just... I would encourage anybody to go back and watch that inbound pass. It's thrown in a weird spot. It's not at the right angle. It's not executed. There's no way Estrella has to expend energy catching the ball, let alone then pivoting it out. Because I think, Matt, that's what they were going to go with, is some kind of screen and roll deal off of that, or some kind of screen, some kind of high look, high set, mid-high. But, what do you...
he's inbounded the ball poorly all year.
Yes.
And you kind of, Boswell's been inbounding it on the baseline, underneath the last couple of games. But to do that to Ament's just weird. Have somebody else set a screen and have him get the ball there near midcourt. Just let him get the ball, because that's where ultimately you're going to end up with. And you can easily inbound it to him with somebody. It just makes no sense to continue to put him in a high pressure spot like that was.
Yes.
Why didn't they give him more ISO in the second half?
They couldn't get him the ball. Kentucky was kind of fronting him or denying him, double it. They were grabbing him, Brian. They wouldn't let him get open
because he was inbounding it every time.
No, they were just kind of letting the ball go away from him and then just denying it and focusing on him. And even when you do that with 2 guys, somebody else should be open, but none of our guys are scoring threats, so we can't attack that.
Houston and BYU are in the middle of a war right now. If you want to watch along over on ESPN, this DeBanza guy just went up for a dunk, And I mean, he was met at the rim. You talk about some men in this game, that Houston bunch. This DeBanza guy is a freak. Hello and welcome in. You are on our Garza Law 5th quarter fan reaction, Tennessee basketball overtime. Hi.
Hello, Tony.
Hi.
Hey, it's Mark in Dallas.
Hey, Mark.
Just went to the game with Wesley from Gallatin.
Nice.
Who you know. I don't know if y'all have hit on it yet, but I thought that timeout we took with like 8 seconds I thought it was a mistake to take a timeout because I think Gillespie had the ball and we're down 3, and then we called timeout and they're just going to foul us. I mean, as soon as we threw the ball in, they're fouling us.
Mark,
I mean, credit to Estrella for making the free throws.
Yep. Mark, if you're listening driving back, I'll run our little kind of watch along thing in the final minute. And one of the things both Matt and I both said is we both question that timeout. And here's why I always question that timeout. I don't want to take a timeout when I have veteran players on the floor I trust and the ball's in a guy's hand. Now, if I don't trust Gillespie and I don't trust my point guard, that's fine. But I'm not going to give you time to set up your defense. That's my theory. That's me. We gave him a chance to set a defense up and then put the ball in the hands of a guy that's uncomfortable inbounding a basketball. It doesn't make any sense, Mark. Plus, you allow them to foul. Yeah. Plus, you allow them to foul, to your point.
Right.
Yes. Nothing about that makes sense.
Yeah, we made that they made a mistake at the end of the first half, shooting early, and they basically gave us 2 points.
Yep.
They shot early and then fouled us at the gun. And, yeah, and then we responded with a mistake at the end.
Yep.
Since you've had some Kentucky people call in, I guess you've hit on that. It feels like Kentucky basketball, like we are easily the brightest thing on Coach Pope's resume so far, and like we're propping up the resume almost by ourselves. And then you just go back, since COVID shut down the country, Kentucky has no Elite Eights.
None.
No regular season titles.
None.
No appearances in the conference championship game.
None.
But they've beaten us 9 times since COVID, including 7 in the past 4 years. Like, that's Kentucky basketball. The brightest spot on Kentucky basketball the past 6 years is unfortunately beating us almost every time out.
It's literally the only thing they have to put on a T-shirt.
Now, we know what it's like to have our football team get into a spot where the only thing we do all season is beat them. We've had some years like that.
Yes.
At least we beat Kentucky. But, I mean, yeah, these past 2 years, where is Coach Pope's tenure right now without all the success against us?
Well, how about this, Mark? They hate the guy, okay? Like, you go read their boards, they hate this guy. They're totally out on him, and he's winning it. He's going to win enough to stick around, which is going to really piss them off.
I wonder if some Kentucky fans are cheering for Tennessee to win when they play him.
I agree with
him
that.
out of there.
I agree with that, Bri.
You have to wonder about that.
No, I agree with that, Bri. Because they've come to the
those
conclusion,
aren't real Kentucky fans if they think that. Those are
they've come to the conclusion he's not it, though. Yeah, they've come to the conclusion he's not it, though. It kind of torments
Well, he was
them.
never it when they hired him. They all knew that. They just kind of talked themselves into it because he's a Kentucky guy.
That's true too.
No, they're totally irrelevant on a national stage right now because he just doesn't bring in players.
No.
I mean, I don't think he's like terrible. I think he's like, I think he's a pretty good coach. But you guys are right. He's not the guy most likely to get them back to the promised land. Like, they're kind of in Pittsburgh Steeler land of being pretty good.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're like a 9-7, or in today's modern NFL, they're like a 9-8 NFL football team. That's what they are. They'd qualify for the first wild card spot, and go out there and be an
Right.
opponent in the wild card round and get the hell beat out of them by somebody. And I
Those
want the
9
Kentucky
wins
fan
were
to
coming in our
understand this.
defense.
Yeah, I want the Kentucky fan to really understand this. You haven't been to an Elite Eight since 20 what, Bri? 20 what is it, Bri?
15.
What is it?
2019, I think. They lost to Bruce Pearl.
Who beat them, Bri?
Bruce Pearl beat him in 2019.
Where did Bruce Pearl start, Bri? His journey?
Well, he should have been. He should have beat him as Tennessee's coach.
I'll even
in the Elite
annex
Eight.
that. I'll even annex that. Hey, Mark.
We got.
Yeah.
You'll probably remember. I think it might have been the possession before the wing. There was a play where Ament got the ball in what's been like his mid-range sweet spot. What do they call that? Next to the free throw lane. Is that the elbow?
Yes.
The elbow.
Like,
Yeah, the elbow.
He got the ball right on his spot and just missed it. Like
Yeah.
we got.
It rimmed in and out.
He wanted, and if it would have gone in, we probably win the game right there.
Yes, because then it's a two-possession game. You're right.
That's why I hate that he takes so many
that
contested
might
long
only put us
twos.
up 3, but it would have been an easier play to defend.
You talking about
You're up
Ament?
3.
You talking about Ament, Matt?
Yeah, Ament.
Yeah, and they
We were
want him
up by
doing
1. I think
that.
we're up by 1, maybe it was 2.
Yeah, they want him doing that. They
Yeah.
want him
No,
taking
it's better
those.
than anything else we've got,
Wow.
but it's just such an inefficient shot. You have to make them at a really high rate for it to work out.
Yes. Mark, you'll like this. I don't know where these people got my cell number, but we've had calls, because I had to finally turn it off. We've had calls from Ashland, Kentucky, Lexington, a different number in Ashland, another number in Lexington, something called Russell Springs, Kentucky, Dixon, Kentucky, Matt Dixon, you'll be glad to know, Somerset, Kentucky, another Russell Springs caller, somebody from an 859 area code, 2 calls from Huntsville. I've had like 50 calls.
I wonder if
here.
Ryan
Are
from
they
Tar
calling the
Creek
number on
called.
your website?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
50 calls, Mark.
Well, they know who you are.
Right?
You've got the hottest post-game show.
Right?
I mean,
50 calls.
your show starts right after the game ends.
Yes.
Their show starts about an hour and a half or whatever it is
Whenever it
after
gets,
the game
yeah,
ends.
preach.
I mean,
and it lasts 15 minutes. Matt Jones
they
is already
can-
back
they
at the
can call
craps
you,
table.
Then listen to their show and then call you again.
Yeah, Matt Jones is already back at the craps table. It's pretty next level. It's pretty next level. Mark, thank you. Be safe in your journey.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. 865-200-5402. Matt, there was just a whole lot of stupid in tonight's game. In fact, there was a whole lot of stupid in both Kentucky games. But one thing is for sure, one of the whole reasons Tennessee went and got the Carey kid was they were trying to get bigger. It's ironic that this Houston game's on because last year when they got roughed up by Houston, Barnes basically looked at his staff and said, that's not going to happen to us again. And we're going to go get guys like Carey. The only problem is he's a bad eval for them because he doesn't function in their defense at all, Matt. He's too little and he's too slow. He just doesn't.
Correct. You can't play him, especially when you have to play him at the 4.
Doesn't
Because
work.
you just can't.
got zero length.
He just can't defend anybody in space at all.
At all.
And he's got just so slow feet that, and he's like 6'8", so he's he doesn't have a huge kind of rebound radius, I guess would be the best term.
Yeah.
But he functions in games against like a Houston, and some other games against teams that like to play inside. But if you can space the floor, or if you just have size and length inside to affect his shots, because I think you mentioned Estrella was 4 of 13 tonight. I'm pretty sure that's what Carey was in the first Kentucky game because he took a whole bunch of those shots around the rim and just couldn't convert because of their length. So, yeah, he doesn't function in games like this. And that's kind of where, a fully healthy Okpara would have hurt you because they killed us inside, especially early. I mean, they were just attacking the rim every possession the first, 5 or 10 minutes of the game, and just not having Okpara out there in any kind of effective role, probably hurt that and forced them to play Carey a lot more minutes than he should have tonight.
And really, one of the ways to look at the Vols is they're probably like a top 15 to 20 team in the country, which there's nothing wrong with that. And they have 2 excellent high-end players. Gillespie is an excellent player in college basketball. He's a really high-end player. And this Ament guy is a high-end player. And like Matt said after that supporting cast around them, some nights they're okay, but really, if we get right down to it, they're kind of not competent in games like this. More times than not, in a game like that where the opponent rises, it's 60-40, you're going to lose, in my mind.
One thing that I will point out is that when they get into the tournament, they're going to face teams that may not be able to defend Gillespie and Ament the way some teams in the SEC do, or may not be able to do it quite as well.
Yeah.
And that could play to their advantage somewhat.
Yep. But teams are going to watch film, Bri, and if they can play, they're going to take one of those guys away, and they're going to force the other one to have the game of their life. That's a problem with this team, man. And look, the Boswell guy's a nice story, and people want to give me a shooting percentage and from three-point land. Listen, that's all great. That's all great. Till you play in this game, and he won't take an open 3 in the second half. He won't even look at it. He won't even look at it. It's great.
To be fair, he probably saw 3 rims after taking an elbow to the nose.
That's probably true, because his nose, if he keeps getting hit in it.
He at least made his free throws tonight.
Yeah. He keeps getting hit in his nose. He's going to look like me.
It's unreal. And he gets called for the foul every time, too.
The hammer and the nail,
it's
bro.
Absolutely incredible.
He gets nailed. It's Garza Law, Tennessee basketball overtime.
He's tough as hell. Could probably have played safety for Tim Banks last year.
You damn straight. As we continue on the other side, we'll get another call. We'll get some more calls in after this. Get you back to Garza Law, Tennessee basketball overtime momentarily. Fast-flowing show today, as they all are, and life flows quickly at you. Look, you're going to need an attorney you can count on. That's why Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm here for you. They are live and local. They are one of us. They are of this earth. They are not from Alabama. They are not from Florida. They are not from Atlanta. They are not one of these fly-by-nighters that have bombarded the area with all kinds of crazy marketing and crazy promises. They are us, ladies and gentlemen, your Garza Law Firm, online at garzalaw.com. Whether it's DUI, criminal defense, personal injury, Social Security, or disability, they got you covered at Garza Law, online at garzalaw.com. You talk about one of us, you bow thy head. That's the great Allen at WeShipFloors.com. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner, WeShipFloors.com, their pricing is utterly insane. You will literally save thousands. Supercore floor, it is the real deal. Whatever you do, go to WeShipFloors.com. Check out the room visualizer on the website. You can drop in any of the 120 Supercore floors virtually into your room and order a free sample today. It is that simple. You order a free sample, it makes us look great, but you're also gonna, when you see the product and you go on YouTube and you check out WeShipFloors.com, that's WeShipFloors.com, right out of Johnson City. Millions and millions and the millions of square feet in stock. WeShipFloors.com. Save thousands on millions. WeShipFloors.com. And while we're on the subject, I want to say, raise a glass. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for our friends at Dos Equis. You are going to go for Dos. Say it, know it, and write it down. Dos Equis Lager Especial. when it's time to celebrate, when it's time to nestle in and watch the Vols all winter long. Dos Equis Lager Especial, that golden Pilsner-style beer made from the choice of hops, a balanced composition, a smooth, clean finish. The party guest always invited, never overstays his welcome. Dos Equis Lager Especial. You can dress it up, rub that bottleneck, that can, that glass, that rim, put a little lime on it, dip it a little salt, and lick and drink and repeat, and you'll come back again and again. Dos Equis 2026 Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York. Yo soy Antonio. Go for Dos Equis. Also, how do we perform at our best? It's called performance medicine. I want to encourage you to check out Performance Medicine's YouTube channel. You'll be very glad that you did. They are absolutely incredible at performance medicine. Dr. Rogers and his gang want you healthy. They don't want to treat you when you're sick. They want you to stay healthy. Take control of your wellness. Personalized health solutions that fit your life. The approach of performance medicine puts you first, focusing on comprehensive, proactive solutions, empowering you to achieve optimal health on your terms. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you feeling drained? You struggling with your weight goals? You feeling foggy mentally? You dreaming of radiant skin? You name it, they've got it. Performance Medicine. Online at performancemedicine.net, and check out their YouTube channel. They are incredible people, helping hundreds and hundreds in this audience. And now, without further ado, let's get back to another edition of Garza Law Tennessee Basketball Overtime. Tennessee loses tonight 74-71, presented by Marcos Garza, your Garza Law firm. Online at garzalaw.com. Shout out to the great Marcos Garza. Oh, man, I was sitting there with the great Jim Wright from Fish Pantry tonight at Mike Carver's remembrance celebration over at Covenant Health Park, downtown Knoxville, home of the Smokies. Had a really beautiful gathering for him. Mike, when he first moved his family from West Virginia to Lexington, then to Knoxville. And Mike loved the horses, you know. And he would always talk about how back in the day, Kentucky would buy those players those horses. And this Tennessee, and that, you know, cheating. This Tennessee team just doesn't have enough horses. And that's twice in a row. And I know what I saw. And look, you're still going to have a really good season. Still can get a top 5 seed, something like that. But this team needs somebody else to come online here and wake up. Wake up and do it quickly. Let's go back to our phones. And Kentucky, by the way, is a mid-college basketball team. Kind of what they've turned into, a mid-college basketball program. They're no threat to win the SEC this year. They're not going to win the regular season. They're not going to win the tournament championship like they once did back in the day. They're not doing that. They know that. They get past the first round of the or the first weekend of this deal, they'll count themselves fortunate. Before it's over, they might be celebrating their Sweet 16 appearances if they keep Pope up there long enough. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Greg. I mean, I've been better. I've been better, buddy. How about you?
Not too bad. Could be better. Few things that I saw that everybody else witnessed. But before that, let me say, the Brown kid, you were asking, everyone's been asking about where he was late in the game. I was asking the same question out loud to my TV. He had 12 rebounds for the game.
Yep.
3 assists, that's 6 points. And Tennessee as a team had 3 blocks. He had all 3.
Barnes admitted after the game he made a mistake, and, you know, I'm just, okay.
Well, you can't make those mistakes.
No, you can't.
But anyway, you know, Coach Barnes doesn't play the game. He coaches it. He's a hell of a coach.
Yes.
What I saw in the first half, I don't know how they do this. I haven't looked for it during the game. But as Amet brought the ball up, or whoever was bringing the ball up, Gillespie, whoever, it seems like they were running plays. Guys were getting in the areas they need to be in to do the play they were going to have. Give a guy a screen, wide open 15-footer, or whatever the case may be, or a wide open three-pointer, whatever the case may be. Second half, it was like night and day. Now, if you got somebody young bringing the ball up, you could tell him, look at the bench bringing it up. We'll give you a number to call, or hold your hand up. I'll give you a 5. You hold your hand up to the team, 5, or whatever the case may be. Whatever they did in the first half, they just need to do it the whole freaking game, and it stopped. Players were not moving around in the second half. They were all in the passing zone. And that Brown kid, I don't know how tall he is, but with his length, his arms look to be 4 feet long. He's probably close to 8 foot tall if he put his arms straight up in there. But he messed up a lot of guys going in who missed shots because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Why he wasn't in there to rough up that middle a little bit like he was doing in the first half, I don't know. But
Greg, them playing carry as much as they did tonight is like borderline coaching malpractice in that basketball game when you think about it. He just cannot and will not function in a basketball game like that against an athletic team. They just move him around, drive around him, and get anything they want on him. He wasn't affecting that game at all tonight. Like, not even a little bit tonight.
Yeah, he's never done anything that I can remember. But I think it was the timeout Tennessee had before Kentucky took their last one, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You see the close-up of a Met on the sideline?
Mm-hmm.
He was like in somebody's face saying he needed some breather. And then he goes, sits down. He was telling them, evidently he was saying, I need a breather.
Wow.
I saw that too. That was early in the second half. He was gassed. Amen was.
Yeah, I thought he was.
It was before the under-16 time out of the second half. He looked over to the bench and was like dead tired.
It's a good catch, Greg.
But but the thing about it is, too, guys, and I preached this my whole life. When I played, you don't throw a cross-court pass in basketball.
Oh, God.
And we did that 2 or 3 times.
Oh, my
gosh.
Oh,
you don't do that.
Oh, my gosh.
Period. And then free throws. We get some free throws hit late in that game, we win.
Greg's total team collapse, and we're just not good enough. I appreciate you. Thank you. Losing to
Dwayne Brown is the only big that can impact the game by not scoring, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Besides like Para.
This Kentucky bunch, guys, is so mid. They know it too, Matt.
Yes, and they're definitely going to know it the more times you keep reminding them.
I mean, y'all are mid. Like mid. And we've lost twice to that mid bunch. Twice. It's disgusting. To Bambi. I mean, Rick Barnes, this guy's a Hall of Fame. Losing to Bambi twice. It reminds me of when Butch Jones had his little winning streak there at the end against Steve Spurrier at the end of Spurrier's run. I mean, what a joke. Hello and welcome in. You're on Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime.
Hey, Tony, this is Jim from Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, guys, Tony, Matt, Brian, got a question for you. Let's reverse the roles here. A couple of weeks back, and let's say Kentucky blows the 17-point lead in Knoxville. and they come home tonight and they blow a 14-point lead in Lexington. Do you think on Monday that Pope is the head basketball coach at Kentucky?
Well, they get down by 15 in every game. That's their problem. They're kind of the opposite of that. They're a much better second half team. I mean, they've trailed by like 15 in every game. About every game against Power 4 teams this year.
They have the most double-digit comeback wins right now. They're tracking to break the all-time record in the deal in college basketball. It's crazy what they're doing.
It really is. And, you know, we are very fortunate to have Coach Barnes.
I love him.
But what's crazy is over all these years, we go through these spurts in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go 4-6 minutes plus and not score.
Yes, and he will not call timeout to stop runs. Does not do it. And tonight, Pope did it. When we went on that run, when Ament had his own 8-point run tonight, you saw their coach stand up and go, "That's it. I'm not going to sit here and let this guy run off 16 straight points," because that was getting ready to happen.
Yeah. Well, I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Why don't we give one of these GAs a stopwatch? And when we score a basket, hit that stopwatch. And if we haven't scored in about 3 minutes, let's call a timeout and do something different.
Well, the problem is he might draw one of his out of bounds plays up.
Yeah, our inbounds plays are just as shitty as a half court offense.
Yeah, and put the ball in Ament's hands over there inbounding the ball, which is just. I don't. Tonight's game had so much wrong with it, and we still could have gotten out of there with a win because Kentucky is so mid. They could not convert so many easy chances. They had to put the game away. So many easy looks at the bucket. And their fan base knows that. They're knowledgeable enough to know that.
Well, I was ready to claim the Eighth Amendment tonight because this is definitely cruel and unusual punishment.
Thank you, my man. There's no doubt. I looked at Laura and I said, you know, I mostly love what I do for a living, and it's mostly a privilege and an honor. I mean, like tonight, you know, I went to 2 receiving of friends for people in our audience this week, and you know, they people just become kind of like family to you and all that stuff. But you talk about torture. You talk about torture tonight. Chicken soup for the soul. That Kentucky series was not this year, okay? Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony. How's it going?
I've been better.
Is Matt Dixon here on the line?
Yeah.
Matt, I got one question for you. What would you do with $4 million if you had it today? What would be the first thing you did?
Probably buy a house on a beach somewhere.
Barry MC called in. Native is getting paid $4 million a year. He's a good kid. I'm sure he means well. He's a freshman. And, you know, it happens. But I mean, $4 million to get paid to play. Both these teams tonight are, in my opinion, not Elite Eight teams. Honestly, in my opinion, I want to know how far we go.
Well, I have to see a draw. I got to see a draw. We have to see a draw before you make those.
This team gets beat in the second round. That's a 5 or 6
shot right now. Your call right now. Is it a Final Four team?
No.
Or is it an Elite Eight?
No, this team's not a Final Four.
Neither of these teams could make the Final Four of the SEC tournament.
That's probably accurate.
These are first weekend teams.
We're paying a kid $4 million.
That's correct.
Kentucky's paying their team
for
$22 million.
From what you are telling me, is not going to even make the Final Four for next season.
Kentucky has one of the highest payrolls, if not the highest payroll in the country.
I get that Kentucky's got a higher payroll, but they're just as bad as we are. I mean, both teams are pathetic.
Well, that's the point.
I mean, not. I mean, we'll say pathetic, but I mean, if you have to really look down on it, if the game comes down to the final shot, you got a minute Gillespie, in my opinion, is a good kid. He came from Belmont. He came from Greenville. But, I mean, Gillespie's going to shoot the shot. We saw it tonight. That's who Barnes is going to rely on. You're paying him $4 million, and that's what I go back to. You pay some kid $4 million a year. And you're telling me we're not even a Final Four team in the SEC. He's a good kid. I like Barnes. I like
rate.
Bent.
They're playing him market rate. If
I get they're paying him market rate, but if the market rate is $4 million, that's insane.
Well, that's what we're doing.
But if you're paying $4 million for a single kid, I mean, then Connect should have came in. Connect was, in my opinion, right. I'm looking back 2 years ago. He was a great guy. We got put out by Purdue in the Elite Eight, but if we're paying a kid $4 million, in my opinion, we got to be at least an Elite Eight team. Barnes has always been scrutinized for not making the Final Four. I'm just wondering, in your opinion, this is y'all's profession, where does this team end up at the end of the year? Is it an Elite Eight, or do you think they have the capability to make a Final Four?
Any team, and I appreciate the call, any team, are going around circles here. Any team has a chance to get hot. It's the thing about the tournament. Anybody can do that. This team would need 2 players to come with their stars and to execute on defense as well and to play smart basketball if they were to do that. Unless Nate Ament got on one of the all-time heaters, I don't see this team making a Final Four. That said, I haven't seen a draw. You know?
I don't need to see a draw. This is a 5 or 6 seed that gets beat in the second round.
Okay.
I've thought that all season. Nothing's going to. I mean, that's who this team is, and that's what Rick Barnes' track record is. He'll play. He's not going to upset anybody in the tournament. So whatever seed you are, that's the farthest you might can go. And I just think this is a team that gets beat in the second round.
Back to our phones we go. Hello and welcome in. You're on Garza Law, Tennessee Basketball Overtime.
Hey, Tony. It's Zach in E-Town. What's up,
Zach.
man?
What's up?
Just in the pit of despair, like the Princess Bride. Let me ask you something. Well, is it possible? Does JP Estrella have more years left?
Yeah.
Would you? You know how there's been guys now that we're in the portal area that they've urged to go find somewhere else to play.
Yes.
Are there some guys, and I'm kind of speaking about JP. I know he does the cute little W thing, and I mean, are there some guys that you would encourage if you were Coach Barnes?
Oh, they will. They will. I don't think Carey will be back next year. I think he'll be the first guy to hit the portal.
Okay. What about Estrella?
I don't know. The thing about Estrella...
Well, he would be coming off the bench if Cade Phillips stayed healthy.
That's true. The thing about Estrella that you always have to keep in mind, too, is he's just coming back from injury, and he's always a threat to be right back there. So he's just physically not what he was when he first got here. He's just not. His body has not cooperated.
Yeah. And that's why I'd almost like to see Coach Barnes say, hey, young man, you could be a star at maybe a lower ranked program.
Yeah.
But
or maybe a higher ranked team would take him and play him in a more limited role. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just these 2 Kentucky games, and all the stats point in our favor. I mean, if you look at both games, this is an all-timer, and I think somebody said it was like Florida, back in the 90s in football. Except we would win a few there. It's just we're going to find a way to lose. I mean, when at the first of the game, how many, they call them bunnies. We missed, 4 or 5 bunnies right there in the first, 4 or 5 minutes when it was kind of a poor basketball to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We should have been up 16 or 17 at the half.
That's what you have to do with this Kentucky bunch. So you got to bury them like Vanderbilt did. Bury them.
I know.
LSU had a chance to bury them. You bury them in the first half. We had a chance in Knoxville to bury them because they really do sleepwalk through the first 20 minutes. That's a crazy flaw in their deal.
it's almost like we're down 18 in the first half. We've got you right where we want
right.
you.
That's right.
And I don't know if that makes other teams sleepwalk. I mean, I know, I sure know this team has walked on them, and we missed a huge damned opportunity tonight to move into second place in the league. And
gross, man.
It's and Kentucky may be mid, and I guess we are. I'm not. You can't say anything about the tournament until you know who we're going to play. It's just like that. Our first Elite Eight run, we were a 6 seed, and then Pearl got a real favorable draw where we played Ohio instead of Ohio State.
Yep.
It's that kind of deal. But
how about that one year? How about that one year we played and had Mercer instead of Duke in the second round? And got to the 16, and we're a minute away from the Elite Eight.
Yeah, was that was 2000? Was that 2000?
Konzo Martin. That was Konzo Martin.
Yeah, Konzo. Yeah, right. Okay. It's just, I swear to God, being a Tennessee basketball fan, I mean, like that North Carolina game, which I know that the ESPN loved that, but I mean, when that guy hit that three-pointer to end the game, I can't remember the last time something like that has happened as a Tennessee fan, where we've done the clutch, amazing.
Last year
when
Meshack
Alabama to win the SEC.
Oh well, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
That was a damn half-court shot. Yep. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Gady went full of coast to coast at the buzzer at Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Lamonte hit
I'm so angry. I'm sorry. I'm so angry about this. My mind is clouded.
He beat Florida. He beat some team in Florida on a buzzer beater.
Thank you, Zachy. I'm like Zach though. I'm so pissed off. I'm gonna be up all night, man. It pisses me off.
The 2010 Elite run included Georgetown got upset, and that's why they played Ohio. Then they had to play Ohio State.
Oh, that's fun. I was thinking about the Konzo year of the team that we hated.
That was Duke and Mercer.
And they were
Mercer
mad at us.
beat Duke.
And Mercer beat Duke and opened the bracket. And
we had that awful UMass team after we won the play. That's the worst 6 seed I've ever seen.
That was a fun run there. That was a fun game.
The problem with all that is Barnes just never overachieves in the tournament. He just never does. Literally 40 years, and the guy.
If he had that draw, though, Matt,
the higher seed like twice.
But Matt,
he's more likely to lose to 11 seed.
If he had that draw, though, he would overachieve, though, right?
I mean, you'd have to see. I mean, he had it open up, and he lost to Florida Atlantic.
Back to the phones we go.
Lost to Sister Jean.
Sister Yeen. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony, it's Nate from Knoxville.
Hey, Nate.
Man, I've not been this pissed off after a Kentucky game since we retired Chris Lofton's jersey and Euros Plavjic led the scoring.
Interesting.
I think he dropped like 22 on Kentucky, and we lost in there, and he was the leading scorer. I was like, I can't believe that just happened. But, you are talking about how we're a two-man team. Does Rick Barnes know that we're a two-man team?
Oh, I'm sure he's aware of that, yes.
I mean, you can't tell because, I mean, he's not – you just don't see any action out there. Like, nobody's – like the couple callers back said, nobody's moving around, nobody's setting screens.
No, that's not him.
I mean, we're not.
He's not calling people's numbers. That's not who Barnes is. You know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not – I mean, it's just crazy to me. 'Cause, like, I'm just sitting out there watching. I mean, and even when they're trying to set screens, they're bad at it. Like, I've never seen anything like it before.
That was one of the worst 20 minutes of basketball maybe we'll ever sit through as a fan base. To be up 14 on that bunch and to let that happen again and to commit all the unforced errors on both ends of the floor that you had to commit to put yourself in that spot. And again, it's against the backdrop that Kentucky team missed so many easy looks that we kept giving them at the basket. So
Tony, what is this Kentucky
looks.
team?
What are they? What?
What is this Kentucky team?
Oh, they're mid, man.
They're mid.
They're
Absolutely
the
mid.
mid-cats.
And we just play right down to that level.
Yep, they're the mid-cats, man.
the mid-cats.
That's what they are.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
No, it's what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they might as well play their home games in Middlesboro. They're the they're the middest team alive.
I'm at a loss for this team because we get so excited.
I know.
And then we just come right back down. I mean, it's just a roller coaster, man.
And it's not done yet.
No, it's not. I'm sure in 2 weeks we'll be hype again, and then in March we'll have our hearts ripped out of our chests per usual. But it was good talking to you guys, and great show tonight. Thanks.
But you know the one thing that you have, if you're going to win in March, you got to have a high level pro on your team. That's the new thing in this deal. I mean, go real far. You got to have somebody that can. And they have 2 guys. The problem is, and this does not happen to Barnes much, Matt. The problem is they just don't have hardly anybody with them. It's a 2 guys, and it is a drop-off.
Correct. It's just the gap between our top 2 and everybody else is just way too large to overcome.
And Boswell's a nice story, but the more you play him, the worse your chance is. He's a nice story, though. People think I'm hating on him.
Aberdeen for Kentucky is the same way. I mean, he's kind of their point guard by default now and plays a bunch and has some nice games. Mm-hmm. But he came off the bench for Florida last year, and they were a national title team. Like he's a 15-minute guy off the bench with some defensive energy who can make shots.
Yep.
Like that's who he is. And he's Kentucky's starting point guard, which is why they have such a low ceiling too.
And he's a 5th-year guy, you know.
Here.
By the way, real surprise. We got Houston and BYU going at it with each other. This is highly entertaining. Houston's getting ready to put a
that Fleming kid from Houston is so good. Freshman. Him and the guy from Arkansas are the 2 best freshman point guards in the country by far.
Back to the phones we go. Hi, you're on the air.
Tony, what's going on, man? It's Bo in Galveston, brother.
What's up, brother?
Man, I tell you, this is one of them nights that I knew one way or the other I wasn't going to be able to go to sleep, brother. You know?
I heard that.
I was thinking about the when Keon and Jaden combined for 50. You know, we beat them up there, and Pookie had the big night and all that. And I was hoping it was going to be like that tonight. But just a couple things, man. Tony, this team, if you think about it, man, we really ain't got any experienced players. I know Gillespie, he had a Sweet 16 run last year.
Yep.
You know, Nate's a freshman.
Yep.
Estrella hadn't played that much.
It's a really good point.
You know, and so I'm thinking about that tonight. And in the second half, man, the noose got tight.
Yes.
And poor JP, bless his heart, man, he got the ball going down the lane a couple times, and he didn't know, well, I need to go up with 2 hands, try to dunk it. Do I need to go up and try to lay it up?
Yes.
And then Brown, he's a freshman, man, and he's a great prospect.
Oh.
And he had a pretty good game. But, man, he was scared going in there a couple times because he got his stuff rejected too. And, you know, we had guys playing scared in the moment. And when Gillespie disappears like that, brother, in a big game, we're toast.
Well, it's like Matt said. Those 2 guys have to combine for 50 points or you have no chance. 45's not enough. 50 will give you a chance to, I guess 44 is a number. One had 29, one had 15 tonight. Going forward, when you play somebody that has a pulse, now some of these teams we're going to face when you play in the bottom of the league, you can do this tonight and win by 7, 8, 9, 10 points, whatever. But those 2 guys, when you get on the court with teams that have decently moneyed payrolls, like that Kentucky team. Kentucky has pretty good athletes out there. It doesn't all fit together for them. Like Matt was talking about, they have issues at guard, and some of that's injury, and some of that's just their team doesn't fit. But that's a good number, Matt. That 50 is a good workable number for those 2 guys. Now, that might seem excessive to some people or that we're hot-taking. That's Matt's take, and I'm going to agree with it.
But that's the problem with the rest of the team is you need that 50 from those, and that's just such a hard ask.
Yes.
even on a night when, you get 33 in the first half, it's just so hard to have those guys stay on the floor and play well enough to get 50. But that's what you needed. It's just you're not going to get that every game.
Because Greg caught that our freshman tonight load managed himself after the first time out, and I think that's probably accurate.
I was going to say that was a good point because Nate got winded, man. He needed them timeouts, and if y'all noticed, Barnes, he's always he's ripping everybody over there anyway, and it's great. I love Deacon Barnes, man.
Oh yeah,
I mean I really love Barnes, but
great coach.
Dude, he was getting all over Amen because when he's trying to run the isolations over there, when he'd come off the down screens and come up there on the wing, man, he was dogging it. I mean, he really was winded. He was dogging it, and Barnes kept saying, man, you got to come on up a little bit higher and get the ball. And, for him to, that drive down the lane, it gave us the lead late. I was hoping that might do it. But, my point really, man, we don't have the, outside of Gillespie, you think about Boswell played some last year, but who on this team, Okpara, I may be missing somebody, but really all of y'all think about it. Let's ask the question.
No, you're right.
Who played in the tournament?
You're right.
Besides Gillespie for Maryland last year, that's on this team right now playing in big games.
Whereas Kentucky had a kid tonight. When you look at their club, because they basically turned their roster over, but Ortega, or Owe rather, played a bunch in that tournament last year. Aberdeen was like a 6th or a 7th man for that Florida bunch. He was kind of a hybrid sort of role player for them. The Moreno kid's a freshman. Jasper Johnson, Matt, he wasn't there last year, was he? Jasper Johnson?
No, he was a freshman. I mean, Colin Chandler was kind of a role player for them.
Yeah. So
continued to kind of develop, and
two teams.
Is a nice player.
It's the same kind of thing. It's the same. That's the game now. The game is you have 3 returning players, and this is the time of the year when you start to get to know your team. And this Tennessee team, my verdict right now is somebody else better come to the party, or these guys, when they play against a good team in March, are just not going to last long. That's the verdict.
One more thing, Tony.
Yeah.
The how hard is it, guys, to if somebody they can drive to the left and they're hurting you? How hard is it to make a guy drive right?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just sitting there going, what are we doing? I mean, and he got Gillespie locked up in there on that spin around down there and got the foul and all that. But 3 or 4 times, I mean, in that kind of game, one possession's a difference.
And Gillespie kept biting. You're right. And he was never going to finish on his offhand, like as in ever.
Well, why don't, I mean, as great as Barnes is in our staff, I mean, why couldn't we make that correction? Say, we're going to shade him and he couldn't go right. He couldn't go right.
My take on Barnes is that those little bitty things that you can do in games as a head coach, I think have kept him from getting to the promised land more as much as he should. Because for a coach of his temper, he should win a whole lot more. But it's like those little minuscule, like, I don't know if you want to call it feeling what you're doing when you're coaching, watching what's going on out there and reacting to it. And I'm not bagging on the guy because he's a damn good coach. But
I'll tell you this on the way out the door.
Yes.
On the way out the door, I said my prediction was 11-7 in league play, and I think we can finish better than that. We're going to be favored in every game, moving ahead, except maybe in Nashville, and that game's probably going to be a pick 'em. So we can run off 7 out of the last 8 or something, man, and still get there as a 3 or 4 seed. And as long as we got it, man, as long as we got Gillespie, you got a chance in March, man, to win 2 or 3 games. I ain't giving up. I think we
totally
still
agree
do,
with
bro.
that. But at the same time, you have a chance to win 2 or 3, but you're not going to do much more than that because you have a 50% of a team, if that. It's a really odd group so far. Who knows? Month's a long time. I'm out of the. I'm sick of this. I've been at this for 2 hours. I've had like 100 calls on my cell phone. I've had enough. Dixon, do you have anything else, or you or Bry, that you guys want to add?
No, it's just an awful second half.
Awful.
You didn't build up a big enough lead in the first half. When you went, Ament and Gillespie were on that heater, it felt like you were outplaying Kentucky by a better margin than the score, and that was kind of worrisome because Kentucky is just such a second half team. And you kind of played it down there late, but you just couldn't score. I mean, that's just brutal offense in the second half, just terrible. So, got to pick it up. Like our caller said, you're going to be favored in every game except at Vandy.
Yep.
So, I think if you lose 2 more the rest of the way, I think that gets you to 12-6. So, and that still would be kind of a pretty good end result for this team.
And Brian, look at that Vanderbilt bunch.
Boomer Sooner, Dandy Joe. Boomer Sooner.
That Vanderbilt bunch goes like us. And they do it in their building, our building. Today was a day where people were losing in their buildings. And we had a chance. We had that game right in our hands. And that was going to be a theme tonight. You gotta mind your manners in this league, in your own building. You got to take care of your own business. Not us, oh man. Not us. We just invent ways to lose to these clowns. Thank God we own them in football. I don't know if I could sit through it. But
Queen Kimmy got him.
Lots of fun.
Late.
They're going to get their ass beat tomorrow too.
Who's that?
That'll be as bad as the UConn game.
They play South Carolina tomorrow.
At South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have a guy in here called Kentucky Football Nation. Stop crying. The season's not over. You guys have plenty of time left. Oh, I know Kentucky Football Nation, but not your football program. You guys, it's Stein time for Kentucky football, and you don't have plenty of time left because your season's already over in 2026. Because I'll tell you what, that tackle that you got off our roster is a human turnstile. Have fun. Get back. Hey, give me a full report in October and let me know how that turns out for you. Kentucky Football Nation.
Jeremy Mincy. He'll be buying concession stands at halftime.
Concession stand in his uniform. God, that's incredible.
I'm so for this thing. Guys, I appreciate you. Thank you.
See ya.
Yep. Even the Kentucky fans, listen. I give you guys a lot of credit. You're much better than your basketball team. Your basketball team has almost ceased to exist in major college basketball. Now, you get to play in some of the signature games, and it still draws a number, and we all know that. But you're like, what would you be? See, I'm a Sixers fan, okay? You guys are like the Sixers. You might be able to, rattle off a 55 or a 60 win year. But come May, you're going to get those golf clubs out, and you're pretty quickly when everybody else is playing it off. And look, I'm not trying to crack. I'm not. I would respect Kentucky tradition enough not to hire a Mark Pope. Let's put it that way. But that's just me. That's just me. What do I know? To the living Vol fan, I don't know what to say. I fashion myself as somebody that knows everything but knows nothing, which is pretty accurate, by the way. What do we just sit through this series with these people this year? Do you realize we've lost twice to a team that went to Vanderbilt and got blown out, kind of can't play, gets down to double digits to everybody, is not going to live to see they won't live to see a Sweet 16 basketball game. Kentucky won't. Exactly what are we doing? What are we doing? Somebody said I didn't mention Pierce. Are you talking about what happened with James Pierce? It's a sad story, man. That's a sad story. What do you want me to say about it? I wasn't there. That's a sad story. Till we meet again, for all those behind the scenes, I want to thank all of our terrific sponsors. I want to thank Marcos Garza and your Garza Law Firm. Shout out to Alan and WeShipFloors.com. Absolutely next level. Shout out to my friends at Calhoun's, A Taste of Tennessee. Absolutely wonderful. T3 vodka, you can score a T3 TD and a T33. I wish we'd hit a T33 tonight in this game. Special shout out as well to Waterside Contracting and Walker's Painting. Also shout out to our friends over at Connexial. Native Men had the Connexial drive of the game when he got downhill, but to give us a late lead, but it wasn't enough. Josh Collins and the Collins Insurance Agency, this game kills him because he kind of lives up, a county up, and all those Kentucky people around him. Tonight's result goes right through him. Shout out to my friends at Alumni Hall. Let's go. Let's go. Get yourself game ready. All the seasons, any season, any reason at Alumni Hall. Shout out to my friends at Bradley's Chocolate, a.k.a. Bradley's Gift and Home. Chocolate-covered strawberries later in the week on the 13th and 14th, because we are at Sunday now, so later on in the week. And you can check out the website, shopbradleys.com. Also, special shout out to my friends at Dos Equis. And Blair, it was great seeing you tonight. But shout out to my friends at Dos Equis, Cervezas Mexicanas. If Tennessee's going to keep doing this in these games against signature teams, I'm going to need those cases of Dos Equis. Because that's hard to watch. Can I get an amen? And finally, shout out to my friends at Performance Medicine, online at performancemedicine.net. Check out their YouTube channel. Absolutely next level. And on the way out, I want to just shout out all the callers who might not be from Middlesboro, but they've got it in their heart. Because you follow a mid-level college basketball program who slipped to the mid-level, who plays at the mid-level. Is there a Midland in Kentucky? Because if there is, you belong there. In the meantime, you could play a home game at Middlesboro. Let's lean into this thing. I mean, you guys got to be kidding me. You guys and gals, you got to be kidding me, right? Because you know ball. You know better than that. Now, some of these breevers that got into my phone tonight, I get it. But till we meet again, it was fun. Till it wasn't. And then it wasn't. And now it sucks. But I'm Basilio. I love you. Check us out at tclub.team. Appreciate you. Let's enjoy our Sunday together. And Kentucky fan, Tennessee fan, God bless to all. And by the way, it's going to be a pretty good Super Bowl later today. Appreciate you. And R.I.P., the great Mike Carver. R.I.P., my man. I love you, brother. I love you. Love your family. Appreciate you. Peace. All right, now, to those of you that were at the game or missed any portions of our transmission from earlier tonight, and we're going to tack on this little watch party deal because we watched like the last, I don't know, 60 seconds, 75 seconds together. You talk about cruelty to animals. This was cruel. Somebody said cruel and unusual earlier. TGMD and Brian Hartman are in the house. Matt, what are you running here if you're the Vols? Obviously, who gets the 3 ball here? Gillespie?
I mean, obviously either Gillespie or Ament.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean,
I don't understand why
inbounding.
Why do you have Ament inbounding the ball? That's ignorant, man. How ignorant is that?
But that works out perfect for Kentucky because he'll be lucky to make the first.
He'll be lucky to hit the rim, Matt. This guy has been brutal tonight.
Christ.
You realize that he's fourth.
He's left about 15 points out there tonight.
He's 4 of 13 from the field.
Yeah, and
he's been
now
awful
2 of 6
tonight.
on free throws.
Awful tonight.
He's missed so many shots around the rim.
Unbelievable. He's 3 of 7 now. Did he make the second or no?